What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we are going over the series, or we're going over a bunch of your squads, and we're doing another episode of the series where I rate your squads. So anyway, if you guys want me to rate your teams, tweet me on Twitter at DBGYT_ with hashtag rate my team, and it is definitely best to tweet me on Saturday or early Sunday, because I will be doing these. I will try to get back to doing these every single Sunday from now on. So yeah, also one very important thing. I can normally tell that it's next gen by the font of cards. Just do let me know if it's next or current gen, because it is kind of important. Okay, so let me have a look at this team. Okay, so this guy's no money spent, which is what I like to see. One thing I love about the just in general the MyTEAM community is that, for example, like in the FIFA community, it's kind of seen as a more common thing to spend money and not spend money. However, in the MyTEAM community, so many people have been having success, no money spent. So it's both a testament to what 2K have done for no money spent players in terms of their content, as well as what content creators have done improving, well, people's ability to play the game no money spent. So getting Baron to replace CP3, run 5 books playbook like the 3 hunt. All right, so you're on next gen, which means Larry Bird is a god. He is just a god on next gen. He's maybe the best card in the game. Next gen Bosch is elite. I don't know how I feel about Aaron Gordon at the 4 in next gen. Apparently his release is way better current gen. I don't see it, but I don't like him at the 4 in next gen. I don't like Baddie at the 2, but I really do like Baron at the 1. Alright, I'm just trying to think what way you can go about this for cheap. First of all, Baddie's defense is not as important next gen, because the big thing with his defense is the clamps badge, and it's not as big. So like objectively on next gen, Nick Anderson is going to be better than Shane Battier. And Jefferson, I like Jefferson, and Aaron Gordon. Okay, this is a weird one, because I don't know, is Siakam better? I think Siakam's probably better next gen, just because of how good his release is. Especially if you like the 5 out and 3 hunt. I think having a Siakam there. But also, Gordon actually gets a contact. You know what? Gordon's a preference on next gen. Leave him in there, that's fine. But I would suggest getting rid of Baddie and putting in Nick Anderson. Like, Nick Anderson next gen is, if you've used Nick Anderson next gen, you know just he's borderline Cam Reddish good. He is an absolute demi. I don't know what it is. He's ridiculously good. And if you want actually a bit more offense, Hedo Turkley with the 4 next gen is not too bad. I like Jefferson though. So this team, when you get Baron Davis in, like it's a 9 or it's an 8.7. 8.7 out of 10. I like it. Okay, this is current gen. No money spent on current gen. Run Hawks 2018 freelance, like the drive and kick, well done shooters. Blake is goal clamp, Jalen's goal quick per step. Have around 370 KMT, but trying to hold on to it. That's what I like to hear. Okay. So your current gen, which means Aaron Gordon is fine. Especially if you're looking to hold on to, like, look, if you're looking to hold on to MT, just keep your team. Just straight up keep your team. There's no real upgrades you can make without overspending MT. Scotty, I'm trying to think, can you tactically downgrade Scotty? Scotty's good though. For his price, he's good. Blake's obviously fantastic. Bosch is great. Aaron Gordon does the job. Like, again, if you don't want to spend the MT, Aaron Gordon's fine. Jefferson's fine. Jalen Brown's fine. Baron Davis is great. Dwayne White's great. I think, is there anyone that you can put in for Scotty? I don't even think so. I don't think there's even anyone close to Scotty that's Scotty's price. I think value-wise, he's really good as well. So, I mean, I can't complain about this team. It's really good. It's like a 9.3 out of 10. The only reason why I'm not giving it higher than 9.3 is that it has a lack of range extender. Because I'm guessing not everybody's badged up, and there are 4 players in your entire team that don't need to get range extender on them, but I still reckon that this team is good. This team is very good. So like a 9.3. Okay. No money spent, run Hawks freelance. Ike 2 pick and roll pop and 3 on. Wayne has silver range. Darren, Cam, PG are badged out. Want to stay around the 50k mark. Okay, so you got about 25k to spend, and you are on current gen by the looks of the font. Okay, so Baron and Darren Williams. Actually, Darren Williams is basically just like another Baron Davis. So assuming you like Baron, Darren Williams is a great bench player, backup player to have. Like, On current gen, if you want to save a bit of MT, you can put CP3 at the 1, but like, look, it is what it is. Darren doesn't go for that much. He's still pretty good value, especially if you have him already badged out. Cam Reddish and Eddie Jones are very, very solid cards. Two of the best two guys in the game. Scotty and Paul George are really good. Larry and Wayne is incredible. AK and Bosch. I mean, this team's incredible. This is better than the last team. Even current gen, next gen doesn't matter. I can't even, like, for you know for a fact for 25k, you're not making any improvements. So just stick with this team. It's going to be a good team for quite a while. It's going to be still a usable team in a month's time. Maybe not the best team in the world in a month's time, but it's still going to be usable in a month's time. And I do advise you to maybe work on building up that MT. You got a bunch of tokens, especially if they release new stuff into the token market where you can make MT. I think for the 75 tokens the last time, for the pink diamond and 2 diamonds, I think you could have sold, or no, it was a pink diamond, amethyst. You could have sold the 3 of those guys like 30k. Things like that can make you some MT. Keep typing in the free locker codes. Build up that MT. But other than that, your team's basically perfect. So 9.5 out of 10. Obviously not 10, but 9.5. Man, these teams are getting good. These are all flex squads. I need to start being selective on teams again. I pick random ones. I literally have picked a bunch of random teams this week. Whereas last year, I used to be more selective with them. But I'm just going to have to start picking randoms. Like, I'm going to have to be selective again because these are like God squads. These are way better than the team I run. Run Hawks 2018 freelance, pick and pop, bait passing lines, get out and transition. Have about 250k MT on current gen. Want to replace Mullen ASAP, 5 games away from Pink Diamond Iggy. Okay, so you know what you're doing. Dwayne Wade and Baron Davis, both really, really good players. Your point guard position's fine. Your 2 guard position's fine. Larry Bird, like, that starting lineup may be the best. Is that the best starting lineup in the game? I mean, you can argue Steph Curry at point guard. You can argue Kobe or something, or JR at the 2. Or Levine. I mean, that might be Blake Griffin at the 5, maybe, badged out. It makes his lineup better, but you can argue this is the best lineup in the game, or up there with the best lineups in the game. Baron Davis, incredible. Jalen's incredible. Mullen, yeah, you probably should replace Mullen. But again, once you get Iggy's fine. But Mullen still does a job. Iggy, very similar to non-badged out Jalen Brown, though. But Mullen still does the job if you need a little more shooting off your bench. I mean, again, this is another like 9.5 out of 10 team, even with Chris Mullen there. Because I like every one of your players. Like Aaron Gordon, I don't regret not getting him. Because for me, Siakam and Isaac are better. But it doesn't mean he's not a good card. Like, there's a probably 50-50 chance that he's a better pickup than the lottery of the Hall of Fame badge. Probably in terms of the market, in terms of market value, he's probably worth about 30-ish K, 40k maybe. So again, not the worst card in the world, and does a job and does the job well. Like, there's no problem with this team. This is like a 9.2, 9.3 out of 10. There aren't any problems with this team. Like, why does everybody have Larry? I know he's good, but everybody is Larry. Run Hawks 2018, like to drive and kick an offense. Monte is badged out with clamps and range. Have about 100k to work with, and you're also on current gen. Like, Rip Hamilton's not great. Finally, there's a flaw in a team. You've got no range extender apart from Monte and Brook Lopez on your bench. Maybe that's a flaw. It's a nitpick, but it's a flaw. I don't like the combo of Aaron Gordon and Embry. I will say that much. I like an Aaron Gordon with a Brook Lopez type center. I don't like an Aaron Gordon with an Embry because you will kind of struggle if either of those two guys are out of the corner. Larry, unbelievable. Eddie, unbelievable. Baron Davis, unbelievable. Everyone just has Baron Davis at this stage. Okay, so I'm trying to think what to do instead of Rip Hamilton. I mean, if you play 21 delay, actually, he's pretty good because he just, his only problem is that no range, but I mean, Jefferson doesn't either. Like, it's not a perfect team by any means, but everyone sticks defense, everyone runs, everyone dunks, everyone hits from the 3-point line. Just a few people don't hit from deep. I mean, if you 21 delay offense, this team's good, man. You gotta play 21 delay with it though, because you're struggling with range wise. Defensively, it's elite as well. is like a 9.1 out of 10. This might be the worst of all the elite squads, but it's still an elite squad. It's still a million times better than what I run. Like, just have... Actually, this isn't significantly better than the team I run. This is a little bit better than the guys I run with in my main lineup. Because I'll take my guys over this. But it's a very close one. Because I'm like, Larry's a little bit better than Paul George. He's not that much better. I run Aaron Davis, Eddie Jones. I'm taking Darren Williams over Monte. Can't even remember who I'm running. I'm taking Glenn over Aaron Gordon. And I've got Cam Rage as well. So, yeah, this is the first team that's probably worse than the team I run. But still, I'm giving my team like a 9.1 out of 10. So I'm going to give this like a 9.05. Like, barely worse. And debatably better, depending on your playstyle. These are Wayne Embry. Okay, play on current gen. Been playing for 2 months. Rely 3s mostly off floppy. Just bought Dwight Howard, so don't have much to spend right now. But I play TTO. Okay. I'm iffy on Dwight, can't lie. And I will say this, Dwight and Embry is two of those together. It's just, unless you're really good to shoot with Embry, it's not great. You're gonna struggle big time with two like non-shooting bigs in there. Like I really like Embry with a Brook Lopez, but I don't like Embry with a Dwight. Bob Love, I get it, he's a free card. But like Bob Love has you're on current gen, and Bob Love has cold zones on the entire right hand side of the floor. That is a huge, huge problem for Bob Love. Like an Isaac or a Siakam is significantly better. I get it, he's free, but he's significantly better. If you don't have clamps on Allen Iverson, use Chris Paul. And I advise you not to put clamps on Allen Iverson because it costs like 45k. If you can find a clamps badge for like less than 6 or 7k, put it on Iverson, even bronze one. Problem is that like even bronze clamps, you stop getting certain animations. Like bronze clamps stops a certain specific blow by animation. The like 2K18 type blow by animation, which basically is a guaranteed basket. And that's all you really need. Like obviously the higher the clamps, the better it is, but bronze clamp stops the animations. And Iverson doesn't have it, and he's also tiny. So I would put Chris Paul in a point guard. I would Isaac or Siakam for Bob Love. Other than that though, I do like this team. I get 8.6 out of 10 at this stage. Man, Baron Davis has changed the game. Everyone has Baron Davis. Literally everyone has Baron Davis. There's no reason for anyone to buy a point guard anymore if everyone has Baron Davis. Thank you, 2K. You really helped the no money spent players because everyone's getting that beastly card. Current gen no money spent run Hawks 2018, Hawks and Miami 13 playbook. The Miami 13 playbook. It works always. Oh, sorry. I was about to say you have Hawks 2018. I thought you just said you're on the Miami Heat playbook. I was about to give a big lecture and say Miami Heat playbook only works if you are playing a scrub. It only works if you are playing a scrub. If you run, there are 3 key plays in the Miami Heat playbook. They're all flare plays. If you run flare plays against a guy who knows what you're doing, you spend the whole game throwing the ball into their hands. Yes, certain people on YouTube make it look very, very easy to score every single time with the playbook because of obviously footage of the play, people scoring a million times off the certain play. Like if you don't know, if you're playing someone who doesn't know how to guard Miami Heat playbook, you will score every single time. So it's actually, if you're actually going to set up plays, it's actually not a bad playbook to have because you can set up the flare plays, and if you're playing against the bum, you can score every single possession. But the thing is that if you are playing against anyone, I'm not even going to say competent player, if you're going to play against anyone who knows how to stop the playbook and you only know how to use the playbook, you will lose. Okay. Let me have a look at this team. Got around 2 million MT. I mean, just hold the 2 million MT. Yeah, you were saying you're looking for a power forward. Paul George is pretty good when the market crashes, but yeah, that's a good call not spending on PG right now. If you can get an AK for under 100k, that's probably better than a PG, especially if you can get one with range. I like Gobert. He's a bit slow. He is a bit slow, and I think he's just expensive for what he is. I think that Brook Lopez is the same job and is significantly cheaper. And I think Bosch is just better than Brook Lopez, straight up. I like Jefferson, like Brown, like Baron Davis, like Steph Curry. Connie Hawkins, I'm not that high on him. I'm specifically not high on Connie Hawkins because of the combination of Connie Hawkins and Wayne Embry, because of the way shooting is. the way the shooting is, but Hawkins isn't bad. But yeah, once you can get a power forward in there, especially if you can find a power forward at range or like a cheap PG or something, that would be nice. Like your point guard position fine, your two guard position fine, your small forward's fine. Probably one power forward to replace either of Hawkins or Gordon, whichever one you prefer. And then your center position, I think just moving Bosch to your starting center is probably better. But again, you know that is this team better than my team? I'm going to say yeah, it's like a 9.23 out of 10. Okay, finally! We don't have a Baron Davis. It's a miracle, lads. It is a miracle. We finally don't have a squad with Baron Davis in the video. Willing to spend 90k, rim run, kicking out the shooters, also getting ready for next gen. Okay, so if you're getting ready for next gen, that changes things. Okay. First of all, Iverson, Maravich, gotta go. Iverson and Pistol Pete, gotta go. Especially if you're playing Allen Iverson at the 2. Those two guys, gotta go. Walter Davis, especially for next gen, get him in starting at the 2. De'Aaron Fox, good. Like range is kind of needed on De'Aaron Fox, but I mean he still is good if you like to rim run and kick. But get in Walter Davis at the 2. There's no point having Bargnani. Oh no, there is a point having Bargnani. There's no point having Jamorant there at the end of your bench. He's just costing you 100 MT a game for contract. No point having him there. Walter Davis, you're starting 2 guard. Allen Iverson, pull him from the team completely. Pete Maravich, pull him from the team completely. Move Cliff Hagan to the 2. At the 3, especially if you're playing next gen. If you're waiting for next gen, put in freaking Nick Anderson at the 3. Connie Hawkins is actually... I'm indifferent on Connie Hawkins on next gen. And Ewing... Ewing's okay, I guess. He does a job. He's a good post player on next gen. Anyway, he's just very slow. Bosch is perfect, though. Bosch is perfect. I'm trying to think, is there anyone instead of Ewing? I mean, if you like Bosch, you could probably sell your MT for Pete Maravich. You could probably sell Maravich. Buy Nick Anderson, sell Bargnani. Obviously, move Walter Davis up to 2. Actually, no, if you're on next gen, when you're on next gen, start Allen Iverson at the 1, Walter Davis to the 2. You can sell De'Aaron Fox because it's next gen. He's nowhere near as good at next gen as he's in current gen. Sell De'Aaron Fox, sell Pete Maravich, sell Andrea Bargnani, and sell Patrick Ewing and put Brook Lopez in there. That's probably going to give you a little bit more. But this team right now, I can't give it, because of the weak links at the 2 guard position and the fact Cliff Hagan's a 6'4" small forward, although he's a monster on next gen. I can't give this team more than like a 6.7 or no, it's probably like a 7 out of 10. It's alright though. Alright. We're back to Baron Davis. No money spent on next gen with 350k, like the 3 home. Most of your players fully badged, including Embry with gold limitless. Willing to sell everyone except for Larry. I would never suggest you on next gen. Holy moly, lads. I will never suggest for Larry. All I'm going to say is, when next gen becomes all 99 overall demigods, you will see how ridiculous the game is. Like, in terms of like arcadey gameplay, there is nothing that will even compare to what next gen is going to be like. And you know what? I'm retiring from competitive MyTEAM. I'm just going to sit back and watch the carnage. The absolute carnage that is next gen MyTEAM once every card comes out. Like, I've seen what Larry can do. I've seen what Steph can do. I've seen what JR can do. Lads, we're in for something when we get all the demigods. But no flaws. Like, really no flaws. I'm not a fan of Aaron Gordon. Like, I've made that clear. But he's objectively fine. Wayne Embry and Gordon. I would swap Embry as your starting center. Reason is, I think it's not that Gordon's a non-shooter, because he can kind of shoot. It's just that you've got the 2 absolute elite shooters in your starting lineup, and you've got the 2 elite defenders in your bench. I think it makes your starting lineup better defensively if you start Embry, especially on next gen, because 5 out is nowhere near as important, because the blow-by animation doesn't exist, so 5 out really doesn't matter that much on next gen. 4 out 1 in pick and rolls means a lot more, trying to get space and then work off those step back speed boosts. So really, an Embry starting will probably make your starting lineup better defensively, and a Bosch on your bench gives your bench more versatility in shooting. But there's no flaws in this team. There's no flaws. Next gen, this is as good as any. 9.4. And we are getting good squads. These are just good squads. Everyone using Jefferson. I like him. I didn't think of him as like this god tier card though. But no money spend. Wade has gold handles for days and rim protector. Jalen has bronze range, hot zone hunter. Wayne Embry, diamond 3 shoe, run 21 delay, sometimes Hawks 2018 on current gen. Okay, 21 delay changes a lot of things. Okay. If you can get Gordon's release down on Connie Hawkins, 21 delay, like, you might be saying, oh, get rid of Maurice Lucas, but if you play 21 delay, Maurice Lucas isn't going to be outside the 3-point line very often. Lucas is a god tier defender. In terms of defense, he might be better than Embry. I think Embry's just got that little bit more, like speed. His ability to run up and down the floor is a bit different, but I like what I'm seeing so far. You point like Wade and Baron Davis, which is most people's 1-2, or Steph and Baron Davis, or Steph and Wade. Like they're unbelievable. Like there's no point anymore for most people. Well, not for most people. For anyone who's grinded big time, there's no point even having Derrick Rose in your team anymore. Like you have about 250k tied up in a guy that isn't significantly better than Baron Davis or Dwayne Wade, and depending on your playstyle, may not be better than Steph Curry. Yeah, Cam Reddish 2. Cam's fantastic. Jalen Brown's fantastic, especially if you're 21 delaying. Chris Mullen, I'm iffy on Chris Mullen, but he does a job. Like, he does the job. You got 500k if you're winning games. You do you. Aaron Gordon does the job as well. Connie Hawkins, especially if you're in 21 delay, the two of those can do the job. I'm not the biggest fan of Aaron Gordon's release, but if you can get it down, he's objectively a good defender with a good body type. Embry is god, and Maurice Lucas a beastly defender, especially in 21 delay. For your playstyle, look, this is a 9.5 out of 10. Oh, finally a squad that I might be able to give tips for. Just got the game Christmas this year. No money spent team. A current gen. Run 21 delay. Pick and roll. Pick and pop. Need a better bench 2. Jimmy is bronze range. Fox is gold range. D-Lo is silver clamps. Just sold some cards and about at 100k. Okay. First of all. You said you need to get rid of your bench too, Gert? Man, don't be an overall snob. Nick Anderson's a beast, man. Nick Anderson's a beast. He's as good as Clay. Jimmy is probably the player I would look to replace. I would look to replace Jimmy before I look to replace Nick Anderson, honestly. Silver Clamp's D-Lo is a beast, man. He's a beastly point guard. Honestly, because of how much it costs to badge up the Aaron Fox, I like him. I do like him. I would be tempted to put in Chris Paul, but you know what? The Aaron Fox is fine. Michael Cooper and Nick Anderson. Like, is Cooper at this stage? Like, I like Cooper at this stage. I don't know what price he is, but he might be a little bit more expensive than what he's worth. Then we've got Klay Thompson. Klay is good. Siakam's really good. Bosh really good. Ibaka's really good. Jonathan is really good. I mean, we're just starting off the game 9 days ago. This team's nice. And with 50k in the bank, look, start saving up your MT. Work on getting better. Like, work on being consistently good at the game. Work on trying to win consistently with this team, and then make your upgrades. So, yeah, maybe get rid of Jimmy Butler, but I'd say there's no real opportunities to majorly upgrade without breaking the bank. So, yeah, I like this team. Like, it's only realistically like a 6.8 out of 10, but considering you've been playing the game 8 days, and a lot of these guys have been playing the game the whole year with their squads, you can't say it's a bad team. Okay, so this team right here, this is the last team. So, no money spent current gen Clippers 2018, which is better 5 than Hawks. I did not know that. I will have to try it out. Iverson has gold clamps, Richardson gold clamps, silver range, bronze range on Jalen Brown, Baron Davis bronze flexible, and gold hot zone hunter on Pippen. Okay, sorry, he says clamps on Iverson. Oh yeah, clamps on Iverson. Yeah, I will not tell you to get rid of a gold clamps Iverson. He's a beast. Drew, I don't understand. I don't like the last 3 guys on the bench thing. Actually, no, I do. They all bring something. I was about to say, it's like, oh yeah, I don't necessarily like when people put 3 guys on your bench, but they all serve a purpose. As in, Drew Holiday is a bigger body, better defender than an Allen Iverson. You might sometimes need him. Chris Mullen is a range extender shooter, which Scottie Pippen and Jalen Brown aren't, unless you have range in Scottie. Bronze range on Jalen. He is a range extender shooter, which is what you don't have really at the 2 or 3 on the bench. Pierce, I still like him. I think actually he's fine. He does a job. Jefferson does a job. Maybe a bit of a lack of range, but that's about it. It's an overall good team. Especially like for your MT amount, you can't really make an upgrade without breaking the bank. And are all of these reward cards except Scotty? Yeah, I was about to say all these are lock-in cards. All these are cards you can't sell except Scotty and Bosch, and both Scotty and Bosch are really good. So I will not be advising you to get rid of them. So a good team, probably like an 8.3 out of 10. So anyway, yeah, that is the video. Obviously, this guy here, even if I'm giving him an 8.3 out of 10, the guy's got Iguodala. He knows what he's doing. So anyway, yeah, that is pretty much the video. If you guys want me to rate your team, tweet me on Twitter with #RateMyTeam, and I will rate 10 to 15 of these every single week. So anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.